This episode of Android Q&A is brought to you by Domain.com. Now consider for a moment that when Google designed Android, they designed it to be a simple user experience. But if you're new to the platform and just got your first Android phone, you might not know it with all the bloat and crapware on your phone. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Sammy. Alright, so today's show is based off an AndroidAuthority.com article written by our own Android brother, Mike Hearn. You can go to that article and read it. It's in the show links below. I talk about Mark's opinion and my own, and I want to hear your opinion in the comments below. Let's get started. Software like Samsung's TouchWiz and HTC Sense are among some of the more popular third-party interfaces used with Android. But there are countless others, and while some of the best Android-powered devices on the market use manufacturer-built software, there's a nasty consequence that comes with this practice. Due to the popularity of gadgets like Samsung's Galaxy Note product line and HTC One series, some casual tech fans are under the impression that these third-party developed interfaces are coming straight from Google. Alright, so let's clarify some things for the uninitiated. What we're talking about here is the software skin that goes over top of pure Android. Why do manufacturers put their skins on Android? Why not just leave Android pure and vanilla? Well, they're trying to distinguish themselves from their competitors to create an experience that is uniquely Samsung, uniquely HTC, etc. etc. That's what we're talking about when we say skin, bloatware, or crapware. Because for many enthusiasts like you and me, we don't want people putting junk on top of our beloved Android. But for some people, they don't know the difference. All right, so Mark goes on in his article to point out that his uncle, a former iPhone user, bought his first Android phone, and after a while did not like it and went back to the iPhone because he said, and I quote, "There's too much going on Android." And that's a good point. Now I know some of you are busting at the seams right now because you're thinking, if this guy only knew what Android can do. I mean, forget just about custom ROMs. There's apps like Tasker that can get granular detail in customizing every little bit of your phone. It's so much more powerful, and you're right. Android is more powerful. Hands down, pretty clear. You can do much more with it. But here's my point. Most average users don't care that you can do more with Android, that Android's more flexible and more powerful. They don't care. I got a house full of those people. You know what they want to do? They want to text and call, they want to browse their social networks, and they want to do some casual gaming. The core activities of a smartphone for the average user. Not you and me, because you're a freak. You watch YouTube videos on mobile operating systems. Yeah, here's the point. I know you're going to freak, but Android does not provide a significantly better experience on those core activities than the iPhone does. It's just not. Let's face it, it doesn't. Android's virtues are much more beyond that. It's with customization and flexibility. So, when you say to someone, you just don't know what you're missing, well, they don't care that they're missing it. That's the point. Now, Mark goes on to argue that the possible solution to this is better marketing, and that if the average user understood the power latent in their Android phone, they'd be much more likely to appreciate it. I would argue they need to go a big step further than that and possibly consider making two versions of Android. Android Lite versus Android Pro, making Android Pro easily accessible for us power users, but make a compelling case for those core 4 or 5 activities on your smartphone to be better than any other mobile operating system out there. I mean, Google is the engineering god of the universe right now. Let's put those brains to power and make those 4 or 5 core activities better than anything else. Now, if you really want to educate the average user, Google, buy Sprint and make texting free for everyone who buys a Nexus device. That'll educate the average user. That's the kind of thing that is going to move the needle and move those mainstream people into loving Nexus devices. That's the kind of thing we need to think about. Or how about this? As Google Fiber expands, give all new Nexus owners a Wi-Fi credit. See, I don't believe marketing or educating the average user is going to really move the needle. Because the average user doesn't want to be educated. They don't care enough. What they care about is compelling reasons to move platforms. So the question of the day is, what compelling reason can you imagine that would cause you to move platforms? What would cause you to move to BlackBerry, to move to iOS? One reason. Let me know in the comments below. So my friend is starting a new company and we've been playing a fun little exercise when it comes to domain names. It's not just about .com, .org, or .net anymore, but look at the endless possibilities for domain extensions. .life, .guru, .expert, .lighting, .limited, .market, .marketing, .ninja, .new, just about anything is possible. All available now at domain.com, and the guys at domain.com want to hook our viewers up with a great offer. You can save 15% off domain names and web hosting when you use our coupon code Android at domain.com checkout. Don't forget, 15% off when you use our coupon code Android. When you think of domain names, think of domain.com. Thanks for watching, Android Army. My name is Jayce. I'd love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. Now I'm going to answer a question that I get a lot, and that is about the music that I use in the show. So in the show links below, there's two links, one to incompetech.com. There's a lot of royalty-free music that I use there. And there's Android. I keep saying Android. His name is Andrew Gerlicher. I linked up his SoundCloud page. I use two of his stuff. One is called the iPad or Magic iPad unboxing. That's really popular. I use it for the product shots. And there's another one called Solace, and that's also really popular. The other two are Proctor in the intro. Proctor is something you can find online. I forget where I found it. And the second one is Data Flow. Data Flow is the music that I use right after the intro. And I don't think you can find Data Flow because it's private and I can't share it. It's something I only have permission to use, but it's all linked up below. You don't want to forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja, Kevin, Lonnie, Chris, Gary, and Ash, and Taylor, all working super hard to deliver the best Android content on the web. But I want to point something out. Ash, who is one of our newer hosts here, he has produced an epic video on the history of Nexus. And if it's not out today, when I've linked right here, I will link it up very, very shortly. But it's right there at the top. It is epic. He put like a month's worth of effort into it. It's awesome. Show him some love and learn about the history of Nexus. You will seriously earn some serious geek creds if you watch that whole thing, because it's awesome. Fantastic job. Apparently there's going to be part 1 and part 2, but it's linked up there. I shall see you guys next week on Android Q&A.